I try to avoid using trademark terms of any sort. I use celebrity names. I will show you. I do use a celebrity name. One of my example sites we're going to show you this weekend uses a celebrity name in the domain. And I actually tried to contact that person's publicity department. Never heard back, but I made an attempt to contact, and there's not trademarks on the name that I could find anywhere, so I did put it in the website. We built a fan website. We're going to show you how we used the sweepstakes to drive it and how I got the sweepstakes started. It's a membership site, and people always say to me, I've taught people how to build membership sites. They say, well, how do you get members? Well, I was testing a new technique, and I was able to get 26 new members for 25 cents over and over and over again. So we're going to show you that this weekend. So if you guys want to do the Wii, we can't really do Mario Galaxy. What we'll do is we'll build specific pages for the Mario Galaxy game. That's fine. It's not like we're going to make a fortune this weekend anyhow, but I'll show you how that process works. So what I would do is Wii's okay with me. I think there's a market for it. There's new games coming out all the time. It lends itself perfect to a blog because we can find all kinds of RSS feeds to build the site. Yes?
Mm-hmm. Kind of like parallel to sell both?
Actually, we have an HD, DVD, Blu-ray player example site we built for this weekend. So I do that for that. For the Wii, I think what we could do is we could also look at building it for the new game systems in general. So if I think the market's broad enough, what's really interesting about the Wii, because I have done research on this in the past, is more people search for a Wii and Wii-related items than they search for iPod. If you go to YouTube and you do the search, you look on there, one of the videos that should be in your video tutorial disc is some YouTube work that I do. And the Wii gets more searches than the iPods. The Wii's get more searches than the Apple Mac. So Wii's a pretty big thing. So we can have a game category, and we can have the player category, and there's no reason we can't include Sony PlayStation and Xbox 360 on the same site. It's probably a better way to go. Depends how focused you want to get. In the 25K DVD set that's in the front of your binders, there's actually several hours with the presentation where we show you how to use some free tools to build very focused affiliate-driven websites. And in there, I always talk about how you need to pick one small category. And if I was using a data feed for a static site to build a static site around something like that, I'd focus in narrowly on just the Wii or HD DVDs. But the Wii's fine, and where I'd go with the Wii is I wouldn't just do the Mario Galaxy game. There's just not enough. I mean, it could be here today, gone tomorrow. The nice thing about it, it'll have a long tail well past Christmas. Mario's a big name in the business, so for Christmas they're going to be, well, it carries through Christmas, and after that we're also going to have Wii's into 2008. They're not going to get rid of them. In fact, Sony's gotten killed by Nintendo on the rollout. Sony PlayStation 3 has been crushed. This will be the second season I predict they get crushed. Although they're very aggressive in the pricing this year, Sony PlayStation 3 hasn't been able to gain market share. Too expensive. So Wii sounds good to me.
Is a grandmother, all my kids want Wii's. That's the only thing on their Christmas list. And if you're not buying it, they forget it. Guitar Hero 3 for the Wii, forget it. It's gone.
I buy them. It's funny. I did the same. I do it every year. I buy it because I do this research every year. I know it's hot. I'll go in the store and see a stack of stuff that I know is going to be hot. I don't sell it for a profit on eBay. I buy it, and then I ask our friends in the Cub Scout troops and the Daisy troops and stuff like that, if you guys need it, you can buy it for a cost. I'll give it to you at cost. With the Wii's, I know that they're so hot that every time I walk into Costco, if they have them stacked up or any store, I always buy a couple of them because I'm always running sweepstake promotions. So I actually have several Wii's. I wish I'd give it to you, but they're actually promised on several sweepstakes right now. So that's something, too, is what do we know about people searching for Wii? When we build our website about Wii's, one of the tricks is giving away a free Wii. If you can get your hands on it, it might be worth going to eBay and buying one because people are searching for Wii's, Nintendo Wii's, free Wii's, things like that. So if you can put up a sweepstakes on your website using the proper legal documents, then you've got even more exposure for it. And we'll talk about that later, too. So if Wii's okay, I guess we'll work on Wii. Now, I don't have time to research the trademark on the Wii. Could someone hit a website real quick, do a search for Wii, see if you see a bunch of domains with Wii in the domain name? And Bob's probably cringing that I said that in the back. But One of the things, there's some Easter eggs in the manual that didn't make it to the table of contents. One of them is a top 10 domain do's and don'ts. I posted it on my blog. It's one of the popular things on my blog. And I talk about how I name domains. I actually do a video in the video tutorials disc for you. I go into more detail. But the important things for me when I'm looking for a domain name is I want to have as few dashes, actually 0 if possible. Because the algorithms come and go on that, but overall they always seem to come back, the search engines come back to their algorithm saying, okay, too many dashes has a spammy look to it, just from our experience. That's what the algorithms usually say. So in the past, it would make sense to have a dash in it, yes.
So as far as if you have any, as part of the domain name, if the string after it for like product pages, does that matter if it has dashes?
Product pages aren't the same thing. That's fine. Dashes are fine after the product pages, and I still do that too. I'm talking about the root domain before the .com, .net, or .biz. So I like to have the primary product that we're targeting, if possible, in the domain. I like to have it as close as the beginning of the domain as possible. Chances are you're not going to be able to get it. If it's not trademarked, it's still popular, somebody else has already registered it. So then you have to start looking for words that are related to a lot of the searches. And in the video tutorials, I show you guys how I go to Word Tracker or anywhere else that's got a keyword research. And I've been doing this for years. And I actually take it, throw it in my text editor, and I count the number of occurrences of different words. I say, okay, here's HD DVD players. That's the market I want to target. What words do people search for related to it, and how many times do they occur? I drop it into my Tab Pro text editor, count the words, whatever text editor you want. And I'll say, oh, review is a really big one. Shows up the majority of the time. Reviews, review, singular and plural, are treated different in the search engines. If you don't believe me, do a search on something with a singular versus a plural. Completely different results a lot of the times. So you should optimize for both the singular and the plural when you're optimizing your website. You can't do that for your domain names. You got to pick one or the other. So pick the most popular one. I don't even look at the competition. I just pick the most popular one because that's what people are searching for the most. Reviews is a big thing. And with reviews, people don't just say reviews, they also say ratings. So they want to know reviews, they want to know ratings. So I'll look at that and I'll start doing combinations of the keyword searches in the website registrar. And I'll say, okay, Nintendo Wii Reviews.com. I try to stick with the most popular TLDs, top level domains, which .com. If I get a .com, that's what I want.